4 so far this year. 4 of the 10 that have been hit already on the PDC Tour in 2019.
So it's Ricky to throw for the bullseye first.
If that's not enough, subscribers also get first dibs on tickets to the big events like the Premier League and the UK Open, which are coming up next weekend.
Outside.
So if you are joining us via Facebook, settle in. It will be over pretty quickly. But if you like what you see, you can then head to pdc.tv and find the PDC TV information and subscribe.
25, so Kyle's won the ball.
And that'll take up plenty of your weekend for the rest of the year. So it's Australia's Kyle Anderson against England's Ricky Evans, the fastest player in the world. And 2 men that have been producing good stuff
100.
this year. Evans is one of those men who's had his name on the 9 dart roll of honour. Managed to hit one in the European Tour qualifier here on Friday night. And he's had a fantastic run to book his place in the quarterfinals.
81.
Defeating Adrian Gray, Scott Baker,
95.
Daryl Gurney and Christoph Ratajski to set up this meeting with Australia's Kyle Anderson, who statistically, over the course of the
92
6 Players Championship events, is in the top 10 of performers. He's beaten
100.
O'Connor, Madas Razmar, Mike Kyvenhoven and Roby John Rodriguez to get to this stage. The other quarterfinals feature Jermaine Watermena and Nathan Aspinall. That's a match choice over on stream 2.
140.
While the seemingly untouchable Gerwyn Price, who's just completed a run of 8 consecutive
100
averages, which included him winning yesterday's tournament, he takes on Adrian Lewis, and John Henderson meets Danny Noppert. Well, that's a mistake from Anderson. Needs to tidy this up by finding treble 17. Couldn't do it. So as quick
52.
as a flash, he could find himself surrendering his throw, because Evans was looking at 72. Now double 12.
Game shot.
And it's often the way with Ricky Evans, that one little slip from Anderson, and before he knew it, Evans had broken and has the lead in the match.
100.
Perhaps most incredible part of Ricky Evans' run was a match against Scott Baker, in which Evans triumphed by 6 legs to 2 in a match that took
140.
only 10 minutes to complete. Such is the speed of this
93.
man. He's got plenty of talent too. Reached a European Tour final last year. Is using new darts this year. Said he hadn't quite got a grip of them just yet, but the stats and the
140.
record of Ricky this year suggest differently. Not just the perfect leg. That's one leg of darts, isn't it? But Ricky Evans
126.
The last 32 on 4 occasions. This is the second time that he's converted that into the last 16, and now he's gone beyond that for the first time this year.
105. $100.
Moving across to try and find that treble 20 bed. He managed it.
Game shot.
And he finds the double 18 as well. Fantastic stuff from Kyle Anderson. Those second 2 darts, you can see that he had probably only a third of the treble bed to aim at there. Stepped across the oche and stepped back to find the double. A superb shot from Kyle Anderson to cancel out the early break of throw.
96. $85.
Maximum incoming.
180.
First of the match, the 11th of the day for Kyle Anderson.
96.
Man who burst onto the scene with a golden 9 on the Ali Pali stage a few years ago, Kyle. Had 1-2 at the
180.
European Championships 2 years ago. And he's fired in 2 in this leg, back to back.
100.
Not at the start of it. However, that won't matter a jot to the Aussie, because landing double top will give him the lead in the match for the first time.
Game shot.
Well, we've only played 3 legs, I know, but it's nice to
60.
point out that Kyle Anderson is averaging 116 after those 3 legs.
$82.
If you were playing the old best of 3, use of the world style darts, then that would count as a match
140.
average.
$81.
Gerwyn Price's average over Zoran Lerchbacher earlier today when he won 6-0 with 112.7. Incidentally,
100.
was the highest match average posted on the Players' Championship Tour so far this year. Superseding even anything that
81.
Michael van Gerwen has thrown. His best just a mere 109.5.
140.
Way off the pace, Michael. But Anderson's off the pace in this leg because after a dozen darts, Ricky Evans has left
97.
himself on 61.
Game shot.
And he cleans that up with no bother at all. So 2 breaks, followed by 2 holds, means 2-2.
$51. $137. $140. $58. $100. $99.
It is good to see Kyle Anderson finding the form that he had a couple of years ago when he reached that European Championship semi-final and won a PDC title, or won a couple actually, one here in Barnsley, followed by
174.
one on the World Series in Auckland. And that visit of 174 to set up double 18 demonstrates the point.
133.
Because he kind of went missing for a year, hampered with injury problems and had problems with vision that he needed correcting as well.
Game shot.
But he sighted that double 18 perfectly. And another good spell of play from the man averaging 110.
100. $84.
He's a man who's made many sacrifices
180.
to ply his trade. On the professional dart circuit, his family back in Australia.
95.
I know it hits him hard, leaving his family behind, Kyle Anderson, but he's living his darting dream and doing
41.
it for them. And it just did look like in 2017 that he was on the brink of fulfilling all those dreams, and then the problems arrived,
140.
and Anderson's had to work hard to get himself back to a position of playing at the level he is now.
140.
Ricky Evans throws so fast that I thought he might have forgotten to check his score there, and it could have been embarrassing. But he knew exactly what he was doing.
100.
And what he needs now is double top to level up at 3 each. Surely this one goes in.
Game shot. $57.
What a superb standard being produced here between this pair.
57.
Anderson averaging 109, Evans 101.
140.
And this is the kind of stuff that we've been seeing very, very regularly on the PDC circuit, particularly this year.
140.
I mean, to have had 10 perfect legs already is something special. But the amount of ton plus averages, I think we're going to get to a point where we stop talking about ton plus averages and only start mentioning ones over 105. Because it's such a regular
58.
occurrence.
$59. $96.
So Anderson looking for the Shanghai shots.
Yep, 15 scored, yep.
Can't be done now. With 105 remaining, but he'll tidy it up and 4 sevens to take out.
80.
150 to win this leg. Go on, Ricky. 3 bulls. Well, he's gone there. He'll stay there, surely. Double 15.
Game shot.
What a shot that is. Anderson poised on double top, and Ricky Evans takes out 150 for a hammer blow to Anderson's chances. A break of throw 2. And it just showed the advantage of the speed of Ricky Evans' throw there, because as soon as that first start went in the treble 20, you would have bet your bottom dollar the second would follow. I have to say, though, the switch down to double 15 to carry on throwing at that pace just shows the skill of this
100.
man. And maybe, just maybe, Ricky Evans is going to start being known for a lot more than just being very fast at darts. Because he's on the brink
60.
of the semi-finals. And averaging
44.
101 in the process for the second time this afternoon.
$60.
Reached the final of the Dutch Darts Championship at the back end of last year.
140.
Could he go one better?
$57.
Well, Anderson couldn't convert 120 in the previous leg and was punished to the hilt. Evans is about to show him how it's done.
Game shot.
And the sharp shooting from Ricky Evans, as quick as a flash, taken him to the brink of victory. 150 checkout, followed by 120. And Anderson must have just been thinking, well,
180.
2 minutes ago, it seems, I was waiting on double top to go 4-3 in front. What's happened here?
100. $60.
His third 180 will help him keep his dwindling hopes alive.
41.
As will that dirt from Ricky Evans.
$140.
But it's been a rare slip from the former World Youth Championship finalist.
140.
He won't be too bothered about this leg. It's the next one that's a big one for him when he's got the darts.
2 scored, yeah.
And will approach Yoki first to win the match.
41.
So Anderson has only managed to muster up 41 there. So if Evans can weigh in big here,
100.
starts asking the question of Kyle Anderson, having just taken out the self-same checkout in the previous leg of 120. Anderson knows that he can't afford to give Evans a go this time.
Yep. Game shot.
So does not.
$60.
And I mentioned those problems that Anderson had had with his vision, had to have some correction surgery done. You can see that he's had to check a few times with our match official,
43.
Owen Binks, whether certain darts are in the targets.
140. 100.
Like his namesake Gary, who won a couple of world titles,
58.
stating that he couldn't really see properly when he did it. Hopefully, Gary Anderson will be back in action to try and defend his
140.
UK Open title in Minehead next weekend. Sandwich between that live darts action will be
140.
the Exeter Premier League on Thursday night. Non-stop darts at the moment. And Ricky Evans is a non-stop kind of player, isn't he? So he'll return looking at 103
98.
to wrap up a fabulous win. He can't manage it.
55.
Well, it's been a story of 120s, hasn't it, this match? Anderson didn't take the chance to convert this 3 legs ago, was punished with a 150. Then Evans took out the checkout.
40, right? Yep. Sorry? 40 scored, yeah.
Once again, Kylie's unable.
100.
And rapid Ricky Evans
Game shot and a match.
the semi-finals here at Players Championship 6. A great game of darts. 99 average Evans, 102 Anderson, but he's on the wrong end of a 6-4 defeat, and it's Evans that reaches the last 4. Thanks for joining us. If you have been watching on Facebook, I'm sure you've just seen 100 reasons why.